Metroid, Metroid, Metroid. Come check out this Figma Samus Dread on this episode of Toy Foolery.
Well, as per usual, we must first see if this box is better than your mother's. So we get this cool picture of Samus in her dread suit on the front, nothing on the side. Actual pictures of the toy on the back, which is really cool. And numbered product because we're suckers for numbers. Cool picture on the side, nothing on that. Plain box, but let's take it out the box. Okay. Take it out the box. Yay. And we have, again, now we can see Samus in all her plastic glory. Another photo. Some more positions that weren't on the other box. Some of them are the same. Some of them are actually different. I don't know why they would do that, but okay, cool. And that's it. Anything on top? Samus with her powered up cannon. Same thing on the bottom. Fairly decent box. Not the greatest. I do appreciate that they put photos of the objects of the toy on the box and on the back. I would have loved to see actual photos from the game in some way, shape, or form, but I also will take photos of the toy in super dynamic poses. I'm okay with that as well.
What's in the box?
And here is what comes in the box. Of course, we get the action figure, but we get a large amount of accessories, and obviously you should, for the sheer amount this thing costs. We get Samus's, I don't know what they call this game in canon, but it's the cannon that gets powered up after she beats the big brain eye things. We get a magnetic base with a nice magnet on the back that you can stick to a wall, and then you can have Samus stand on the wall like she does in the game with the electromagnetic grip. We have her morph ball accessory, which is a must for these toys. It looks super great. We get Samus, we get her stand, and we get 2 additional hands, which I'm not gonna take out the plastic because I'm not gonna use them. But great amount of accessories, totally not getting shot by Mills. Awesome amount, but once again, you should get this amount of accessories for the sheer price of this thing. If you're paying over 30 bucks for a toy, it should have a bevy of accessories, because what's the point of having the toy if you can't do anything with it but stand on the shelf in a prone position? But let's go look at the design of this toy and see how good it looks compared to Samus in the game. So here we have Samus, and the one thing that that is really obvious is that there's a lot of detail here that is hard to see, because when you're playing Dread, it's basically this tiny side scroller, so you don't get to see all these minute details. So I'm not sure how accurate this is. It probably is, especially the fibers in her shoulder. But we get her cannon with some really good design on it. Her jetpack on the back. It looks phenomenal. There's not much negative I can say about this. It looks as close to the video game as I can imagine. In fact, the morph ball has the same muscle fiber kind of looking thing on it to make it kind of blend in. Same colors everywhere. This is a really dynamic looking toy. The colors pop. They use kind of a metallic blue on the blue portions, even for the muscle fiber looking pieces. They have a flat Metroid red on it in the green. My only thing that I might have asked for, and this is just a big ask, is if they had a separate head that actually had the visor that you can see through, because a lot of times in the game you can see Samus's eyes and like she gets angry or things of that nature. But other than that, awesome design. Let's see how she looks compared to the original Samus from Figma Toys. So here we have Samus and Samus. The original Figma Samus with her Varia suit. Oh no, that's not the Varia suit. That's her regular base suit. Did they ever make a Varia suit of this? I don't know. Let's stand her up. I will take the base out for now. Let's stand her up and see how she squares up against the new Samus. And the new Samus is actually a little bit bigger than the old Samus, just in proportions. The old Samus is actually smaller in everything from her head to the whole body. So it's a totally different sculpt, not even remotely close to the same. Smaller head, everything. And I can tell automatically that this thing has better articulation, because this Samus has some really odd joints on it. I can get into a shooting pose, which I had it on my shelf. So that's cool that they made a much bigger toy, is proportionally bigger. Also, like just the balls, even though it doesn't look like it, the Dread ball is actually a little bit bigger. That's funny. The ball on the left is a little bit bigger than the ball on the right. But yeah, they did a lot of good effort to make this thing awesome. Because of the disproportionate size, I might actually end up putting this Samus back in the box and only using the Dread, because this is clearly a superior figure by a lot. Even though I do love this design, this is the Metroid I grew up with, but this design is phenomenal. I think that's the only thing that I wish they had. As you can see, the Samus comes with a blast effect, and I know I have the grapple gun on there, but still comes with a blast effect, and it came with other attachments for it. I think that's the only thing that I say I wish they had this for this, is that besides the blast gun, which they do have, I wish there was a beam that came with it, which would have made this completely complete. But let's see if this thing can do a squat. So Samus has double jointed elbows, but she's limited by her cannon. Let's see how high we can get this elbow up. Good positioning for her elbow, not too bad. Double jointed knee, good way to hide the double jointed knee, not as obvious as Hasbro. I really like that. That has an ankle pivot with this piece. Does this piece slide out the way? It does. That was scary though, because it sounded like I broke it. Please don't tell me I broke it. Please don't tell me I broke it. 1 second. Gets out the way so that you can have better posability. Toe articulation, ankle articulation, so you can move the foot. Obviously the foot comes off so that you can use this accessory. Good hip, good upper torso movement, good swivel, good diaphragm frame. Can she sit? Yep, look at those hips get straight out, even though you get this unsightly gap. Let's see if she can sit down. Yes, she can with ease. As you can see, her hips are aligned properly, not forcing her up. Can she look up? She actually has more range than the original one, because the way they did the neck gives her room to move up and down. She can do a T-pose, as they made the shoulder blade move out of the way. So let's see she has all the pieces, so she could do a squat. That means if she can do a squat, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. If she can do a squat, then she can do Superman pose and absolutely can squat. As you can see, great positioning for her squat, head up, chest out. I think if the only thing that this thing is missing is a little bit more articulation in the waist to push her chest forward. But as you can see, good squatting position. Let's get those feet down. So that means from her good squatting position, we can do a Superman pose because she has an, let's make an adjustment. But as you can see, she's like 90% the way there. Let's make an adjustment. Yeah, I think the only piece missing is the diaphragm. She has the ankle movement. She has the knee movement that you need. The only thing missing for a complete superhero landing is the diaphragm, and part of that is blocked off by the armor. But outside of that, this is a phenomenal figure for posing. You're going to get her in some really cool poses. So the question is for money. This thing costs a pretty penny. I believe paid $110 for it. I'm not sure if we can still get it from Big Bad Toy Store, but yeah, not cheap, not the cheapest toy at all. But if you are a fan of Figma or SH Figuarts or any of those things, this is totally a must buy. I know I'm late to the party because this thing got released a while ago, but she is a phenomenal figure. I can't wait to have her on the shelf next to my rando figure set, which I do have a shelf just for random figures that don't fit in with DC or Marvel or anything that I have a big portion of. I actually need to do a shelf for Kamen Rider and for my Turtles because I have a big collection of those as well. But yeah, she's just going to be on the random shelf. Samus is badass and you guys should totally buy her. I know she's expensive, but she's absolutely worth the money. This is a phenomenal toy. Go get it. Anyway, you guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.